Deontay Wilder. Brother, my goodness, this is ridiculous. What did I say Wilder needed to do in this fight against Joseph Parker? Well, again, Joseph Parker is a tough brother. We know he's respected. It was just a matter of I thought Wilder was going to run through him. Lo and behold, first off, all respect to Joseph Parker. All respect to Joseph Parker. But he did exactly what he needed to do. Fought the perfect fight. Just like Wilder said. Wilder said, you need to be perfect for 12 rounds. I only need to be perfect for 2 seconds. Joseph Parker was perfect, completely being out the way of the right hand, using his own explosiveness to close the gap and land big shots consistently all night long before Wilder can adapt and attack. Ducking the right hand, dangerous game he was playing, but he played it. Every time Wilder threw it, ducked it confidently and kept getting back up, stayed his ground, took it to Wilder. Did everything he needed to do. The thing was, we were expecting to see Deontay Wilder change and adapt and become something more. That's been the whole gripe. Ever since Wilder had a long layoff, ever since he lost to Tyson Fury, we have been saying, when will we see Wilder get the tools necessary to at least be fundamentally adept? Not sound, adept. Able to utilize his jab even more. Utilize a hook once in a while. And get the uppercut more inclined in your arsenal. In his return against Joseph Parker. The coming out party to the inevitable clash before AJ and Wilder. And now, all that's up in smoke. Because Wilder fought abysmally. Wilder fought horribly. Wilder fought terribly. He regressed. He fought completely outside of his own element. We know Wilder isn't a great back foot fighter. What we saw against Robert Lanius, him being able to knock out somebody on the back foot, was seen as something, okay, wait a minute. He's at least got a tool if he gets put on the back foot. Listen closely. If he gets put in that position, apropos word, prominent word, put or forced in that position, then he's got a way to fight back. This fight, he wasn't forced on the back foot. He willingly fought on the back foot. Willingly fought running the ropes. Not even running, walking the ropes. Trying to be a counterpuncher. Trying to catch you coming in. Trying to catch Joseph Parker coming in. Instead of initiating the offense, which is something that, what the world? That's not Wilder. Wilder's a brawler, a swarmer. He wants to make the fight happen. That's what he's known to do. Every fight for about his whole career, he's been coming forward. And that's why he chose to opt to be a counterpuncher, opt to fight going on the back foot. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. He regressed even more just from a fundamental aspect of, forget going away from the game plan that you know, even in the game plan that you do know how to do, which is throw that right hand, but you barely threw it. And when you did, you just spammed it without any setup, without using the jab straight that we know works phenomenally for you, without gauging distance like you normally do. You fought abhorrently. You fought abysmally. You were terrible. You were horrible. You were worse. This is the worst I've ever seen Wilder. Wilder put up a better fight against Tyson Fury in the 3 bouts, including the one that he got absolutely whooped in the second fight, than this fight. This was sad. That's what this was. This was sad. Performance-wise by Wilder. I'm happy that he's healthy, happy that he's got money, happy that he's happy. Family set, everything is phenomenal. I'm happy about it. But in the ring, brother, you were abysmal. We upset that you don't have any fundamental skill. We've been hard on you. I've been hard. Let me not say we. I've been hard on you about not having fundamental skill. I've been hard on you not having any form of legitimate boxing talent. Horrible footwork. Terrible head movement. Your blocking is abysmal. So many holes in your game. But I at least could hang my hat on you. Okay, he's an offensive fighter. His best defense is an offense that accentuates the danger that he brings to the table. You ain't even do that. This was a fight that showed me Wilder is everything that we thought he was. And he won't change. More than anything, he won't change. I hope I'm wrong, but as of right now, he won't change. This Deontay Wilder is somebody who is not he is stuck in his ways. And if anything, he's worse now than he was before. Whatever he did have, he lost. Whatever assets that did make him so formidable, he lost. We know he can still knock everybody out, but now we also know the tools that he will use, even in the limited skill set, to make that happen. He's going away from the very thing that makes him dangerous, which is coming forward. Literally, let Joseph Parker get away with just staying way on the outside. Didn't try to initiate anything up until late in the fight. And I mean late in the fight. Like round 11 and 12 is when he actually started throwing. He wouldn't try to close the distance. He wouldn't try to walk Joseph Parker backwards and force him to have to react. No, it was just, okay, I'm going to keep on pushing my gloves together. Get ready. The second he tries to catch it, boom, I'm going to throw it. Again, Joseph Parker played a dangerous game, but he played it flawlessly. Because Wilder didn't have any other answer. There was no other answer Wilder could do outside of trying to time that right hand with Joseph Parker coming in. Or time that right hand with Joseph Parker ducking. And he caught him once. And then didn't catch him again. But it was rabbit punching, hammer fisting, looking like an amateur. Not looking like a title contender. Not looking like a former champion. Not looking like somebody who was seen as at one point in time, the second best heavyweight in the world. He didn't look like a Wilder who was seen as the most dangerous man in the world. He didn't look like a Wilder that had the greatest right hand that we've ever seen. Though he still does. This was sad. Sad in every aspect. Sad in every facet. Wilder should be ashamed of this performance. Then going to go back talking about he won? Ridiculous. Stupid. Ignorant. Utterly despicable. The world is wrong with you. If you're Deontay Wilder, the world is wrong with you. The world is wrong with you. You say you want to go down your shield, which I can respect. And we all respect. It's what got you the most respect after that third loss to Fury. Because, brother, you went out like a warrior. And you did not give up. In any way, shape, or form. That Wilder, we were saying, okay, he can knock out AJ. Because AJ don't got that type of dog in him. This Wilder, though? Nah. There's no way. AJ walks through you. This Wilder, AJ walks through you. With this AJ versus this Wilder, AJ walks through you. Completely 180 from what I've been saying about that matchup. Because of this fight and what you showed. And not only your lack of improvement, but your regression of talent. Absolutely terrible. Utterly abysmal. This gets me mad. This gets me hot. This gets me upset. And I'm not rooting for Wilder or AJ. I love and respect them both. I don't got a horse in the race. I love Wilder because of knockout power, and I love AJ because of what, again, I remember what he was, and I want to see him get back to what he is, and I wanted to see them clash, and at the best that they've ever been, fighting each other. That's what I wanted to see. Not being, again, as you've seen on this show, I've been critical of both of them. Because there ain't no point in being biased. They both had major problems. One fixed them and one didn't. AJ fixed them. Wilder got more problems now. Forget fixing. The brother added more problems. Utterly terrible performance. This is Wilder. He's not going to change. Throwing the big right hand consistently. Boom, boom, boom. No setup. No game plan. Trying to fight in a style that doesn't fit him at all. On the back foot. Who's training Malik Scott? But you did a horrible job. If this is the game plan that you made for him, this is terrible. This can't be how Wilder fights. He said he'll be back. I hope he does. And I hope he fights against a bunch of bums 5 times so that he can actually get an opportunity to tool or retool and get back to, at minimum, the Wilder that was aggressive, as well as adding on legitimate boxing fundamentals. Because it's inexcusable now. It's ridiculous now. It's ridiculous now. Because we were all expecting you to beat Joseph Parker. And we know Joseph Parker's legit. And now you lost to Joseph Parker? This is not disrespect to Joseph Parker. This is disrespect to Wilder. In the fashion that you lost, Dare I say you're not a top 5 heavyweight from my list. Usyk, Fury, AJ, after this performance, Big Bang Jung, and Joseph Parker. And Joseph Parker took your spot. He did. Joseph Parker, you were in the top 5. And Parker ripped that away from you. Joe Joyce is a better boxer than you. And we know how bad he is. We know this. I covered it. As bad as he was against Big Bang Jung, everybody's a better boxer than you. But now, in terms of who we should see as the top of the top, yes, you didn't have the best boxing acumen. We understood that. But your production was undeniable. Now, not only has your production waned, but the very fighter that you are has changed for the worse. So now we can't overlook your lack of boxing ability anymore. Because he'll catch you at any point in time. You had mastered, I've said it, you mastered the art of the 1-2. Getting range, and finding the slimmest of openings and capitalizing on it at the precise moment. Mastered that. Now that skill set is rusted. Now that skill set has gone away, seemingly with this fight. And I hate it because we love your heart. We love your tenacity. We love your drive, your will. You got more dog than just about everybody in the division. You are about that life when it comes to saying, I want to fight. And I'm going to give it everything I got. There ain't nothing you can do to stop me from doing what I need to do. Because I don't care how many times I get knocked down. I'm relentless. That was you and Deontay Wilder. And that was unmistakable. And that same mentality was what got you to a title. What made you one of the best heavyweights in the world. What made you over 10-time defending champion. What made people say you could beat AJ and knock out AJ. What made people say that you can regroup and become heavyweight champion again. What made people say he'll be back. Now, you'll still be back if you're Deontay Wilder. He'll be back. It's just the fact that now, all of that, he's got to build it back up in my eyes. Because this Deontay Wilder is utterly ridiculous. Absolute shambles of a fighter. He's got less than nothing in boxing ability now. Less than nothing when it comes to his boxing ability. It used to be he had nothing. Okay, fine. Now he's got less than that. Because what he did have was a style that fit his ability. Now that style's gone. He's fighting in the complete opposite of what he needs to. Notice that when he came forward in round 12, he was actually having some success. He put some pressure on Parker. Parker started making some mistakes. Not many, but he started making some mistakes. You saw something start to change, but it was too little too late at that point. It's like, why? Any point in time, he can knock somebody out. True. But, brother, you could have done that, 12 rounds ago. You could have implemented that first trying to counterpunch style for the first 3 rounds. After that wasn't working, now you start coming forward, round 4 and on. You bring the pain, you bring the pressure, you bring the fight, not the fight get brought to you. This was abysmal, this was horrible, this was terrible, this was idiotic, moronic on the side of Deontay Wilder. Shame, that's what this is, an outright shame. You failed yourself, you failed your fans. This was not the bronze bomber that we know and love. This was a bronze statue. It's like the statue that you got. It represents somebody who was a killer and somebody who was willing to, again, give everything he's got in the ring. But that statue can't do nothing. That's what Wilder was in this fight. A statue. A floating statue. Moved around the ring, but didn't look nearly Wilder-like. Not nearly as committed, not nearly as wanting to make this fight something.